What's going on, everybody? Here to review Star Wars The Force Awakens. New Star Wars picture. Just saw the new Star Wars, and I gotta say, I thought it was okay. Decent, very close to good, very close to okay. And here's why. Well, right off the bat, you notice, okay, it's a Star Wars, okay? It feels like the old Star Wars, and right off the bat, it hits you. This is not a Lucas Star Wars film. Even though at the right beginning it says Lucas film, I wonder why, given it's, a Disney. You don't see the Disney right away. You see Lucasfilm Ltd. You're like, what the hell? I thought Lucas wasn't, Anyway, they're still using some subsidies of the Lucas franchise, to make this movie, but it's not all Disney. Because I expected to see, like fucking, Tinkerbell flying around the Disney logo or something, and send with a lightsaber or something. No, I'm just joking. That's what I expected to see, but no, right off the bat you see Lucasfilm, but this does not have Lucasfilm. Right off the bat, it starts off just like the old Star Wars. No credits. It gets right to the long, word column. The paragraph that you have to read to understand the story, and that's pretty good. You get the idea. They tell you, and it's gonna be a spoiler review, so get ready. If you haven't seen this movie, go see it. If you like Star Wars, go see this movie. Or don't watch this review until you've seen it anyway. Luke Skywalker is missing. You're wondering, ooh, they're gonna find Luke Skywalker now. But my problem with the movie was I had a lot of problems with this movie, but mainly the story. That was my problem. But I'm not gonna get to the bad right away. Let me talk about the good. Good thing about this movie is I like the new, characters. I like the new lead character, Zen. He's a stormtrooper and everything. He's kind of cool. He's kind of likable. He's a little, strange here and there. I like, Ridley, whatever her name was, whatever. Can't remember the female's name, but she's cool. They got a new pilot. Can't remember his name either. But the pilot, he's cool. Everything. It's gonna be a quick review anyway. But like I said, the action's good. The action is really good. And a good thing about this movie is very funny. I thought the Star Wars had just a lot of comedic humor in it, and very funny. What else I like? The special effects are really good. Special effects are really good. I saw the movie in 3D though, but I gotta admit, for a 3D experience, not anything special. The movie didn't have anything special when it came to 3D. I was looking at the previews, and in the previews, I actually saw some better 3D effects than inside Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I didn't see star destroyers flying at me, or X-wings flying at me, or lightsabers damn near hit me and I gotta dodge out of the way. This is what 3D is supposed to be like, goddammit. And it wasn't like this. It was very lackluster when it came to 3D. But moving on, so I probably, if you're thinking about seeing this movie in 3D, I would probably tell you just skip it. Just see the normal version. What else? Well, I'm going to talk about the story where the movie takes place, I guess, 30 years after Return of the Jedi, and although it doesn't really tell you how long it is, but you kind of get the feeling, okay, it's been like 32 years since Return of the Jedi, and there's something going on. It's like the First Order is trying to take over, be like the new Empire, and you're kind of like wondering why. And that's kind of like the big flaw in the story, but I might get onto it later. The action is good. The lightsaber fights are really good. I like the lightsaber fights. Another problem I had was that it just seemed like some of the characters were just way too good at stuff. Like, Zen, the the lead guy, the black guy, he was just way too good at using a lightsaber. Like you need training at the lightsaber. It's how is he so damn good at sword fighting? I don't. Zen is a stormtrooper with a guilty conscience for some reason. He's got like he's mad that he works for the Empire. I mean, not the Empire, but the First Order. Kind of like the Empire. It starts off you're thinking this is the Empire, and now I'm slowly kind of like segueing into what I don't like about the movie. But continuing on about the story and everything. Zen is a stormtrooper, and he's got a guilty conscience, and he wants to join the resistance and everything, and help the resistance, and then and here's another thing I didn't like about the movie, like why is there a damn resistance? I mean, the movie doesn't really tell you what exactly happened after Return of the Jedi. It just it leaves a big gap, and you're like, what? And you remember at the end of Return of the Jedi, there was lots of celebration. Oh, the Empire is dead. Oh, there's no more oppression. It's the dawning of the new Republic. And what has the Republic done to keep the Empire from getting back to its old ways? Like nothing. Like this movie in a way feels a little bit too much like the old Star Wars movies. Like it's just going down the same route and doing the same things. Okay, we got a big, in the movie there's a something called the Star Killer base, and it's just like the Death Star, and you're like, what? Couldn't they've done something a little bit different? It feels, and at the end of the movie there's a big final battle where they go on an attack run of this Star Killer base, and it feels exactly like A New Hope. You're like, this feels exactly like the old Star Wars. Couldn't they have done something different? And on top of that, okay, we got a new villain in the movie called Zen Loren or something. Okay, please make his name sound like a modeling clothing line or something. His name is just so weak. Like, it just doesn't hold any power. I can't take his name serious. His name is Cal Loren? That sounds like Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein, Cal Loren. Like, come on, what? Couldn't they give him a more intimidating name like, Crimson Dark or Cola? I'm looking at a Shadow Colossus poster right now. Couldn't they give him the old Colossus, Darthithus, or something like that, or something intimidating. But Zen, Cal Loren, he's okay. It's just like what they're trying to do. Give you another new Darth Vader. That's it. It's a new Darth Vader. It's Darth Vader's dead. Okay. Here's to reboot the Darth Vader. We're just not going to call him Darth Vader. We're going to call him Zen Cowler and, Okay. J.J. Abrams. Now this movie's written by J.J. Abrams. Yeah, he worked on the Lost and he worked on the Star Trek movies. And you're kind of thinking, what the hell? He works on Star Trek too? That's like too much for one guy to work on Star Trek and Star Wars. That's like a crime in some places. Like, you can't do that. But he does. And well, I knew that way before the movie came out, and back when it was first announced in 2012 or something. And what I don't like about another thing I don't like about the movie is just I mentioned how it feels too much like the old Star Wars. And it doesn't really explain exactly what the hell went wrong, after Return of the Jedi. Remember at the Return of the Jedi, people were celebrating, home planets were celebrating, the Ewoks are fucking doing their fucking break dances and shit. Everybody is just rejoiced, and after 30 years, everything just goes to shit again. It's like, what the, couldn't the Republic have done something? Because the Rebel Alliance, they beat the Empire, so now that makes the Rebel Alliance, they have to not be rebels anymore, because there's nothing to rebel against. You have to go, okay, now you're the Republic, you're part of the Republic and everything, and the first command or something, I don't know, call it something like that, the wing commander, I don't know, I'm just bullshitting, but can't be the rebels anymore. In this movie, there's the Resistance, the First Order, and the Republic. Why is there resistance in the first place? What are they resisting against? the movie doesn't explain this. It just kicks off. It wants to be only 2 hours. The movie wants to be only 2 hours long, and so it's just kind of rushing through things. But special. It's got a lot of redeeming qualities. The comedy is good. The redeeming, the special effects are really good and worth your time. How long have I been going at? 10 minutes. Well, what else I'm thinking about saying? It's like, yeah, the comedy's good. It's got redeeming qualities here and there. It feels too much like the old Star Wars movies a little bit. They should have took it down a different route. I know Star Wars doesn't use narrators, like Lord of the Rings movies, but I think J.J. Abrams should have freaking did this. He should have started using narrators to narrate what the hell is going on, and to just flush out the story a little bit better. The story just seems rushed, and I gotta admit, J.J. Abrams is not really that good of a writer. He's a good director. It's like the Lost had good directing, the Star Trek had good directing, but I just don't think J.J. Abrams is up in that upper echelon of good movie writers like James Cameron or George Lucas, or I'm trying to think of some other good writers, or John Carpenter. Oh man, John Carpenter. Who else? I don't know. Stanley Kubrick or something, or the late Stanley Kubrick. But a lot of those, he's dead. But anyway, moving on. I just don't think the writing is that good in this movie. It's not really doing anything to really change anything. It's like a lot of times when I'm watching this movie, while watching this movie, I feel like this is like mostly geared towards kids, because they go to the alien, you go to this Tatooine-like planet. It just feels like they had an alien there, like a creature, a female woman. It was more, it was directed straight towards kids. Like this alien creature does not look, I don't know, mature enough. It seems like they're gearing it towards kids and everything, but all in all, writing's not that good. I've been going on to 12 minutes. Writing's not that good. The characters are likable and everything, but there's a lot to hope for and everything. Maybe the story's gonna get better, and to put it up there, I don't know if you saw the movie, but yeah, Han Solo gets killed off and everything, and yeah, it was kind of sad. That part was kind of sad. You see Han Solo and Chewbacca again, and Han Solo is killed off by his son Kylo Ren, by fucking Kevin Kline, and Calvin Klein. I'm sorry, Calvin Klein, Kylo Ren, Calvin Klein, and yeah. It's kind of sad to see that, but you probably think they just did that, because maybe Harrison Ford didn't really, want to sign on to another Star Wars movie. So you're probably thinking that. So it was kind of sad to see Cheerly, everything, in despair and everything. Yeah, it was a good drama, but this movie needed a better story, I think, and but it was a good Star Wars flick. I'd probably give it a 8.4 out of 10 or something. Could have been better. Action scenes are good. It's worth the movie experience. Just don't go see it in 3D. You're gonna be disappointed. Peace. I'm out.